Hi, Steve Arterburn here. Thanks for joining me for Going Deeper. This is our last session that I've entitled Matters of the Soul. And most of the stuff has come from this book that Dr. Dave Stoop and I have been working for 4 years on, The Soul of a Hero. Let me tell you about a hero. Superman. Well, he wasn't actually a hero, but he was played by a hero. Christopher Reeve, this handsome, muscled guy, played Superman from 1978 to 1987. And then he was riding a horse, and the horse threw him off forward, and he did this horrible thing. His head planted in the ground, and his body came back over and snapped his spinal cord, and he immediately became a quadriplegic, paralyzed from the neck down. What do you do when something like that happens? I mean, I complained because I was at the top of the stairs and a bucket of furniture stain went everywhere and I had to repaint and all that stuff. But in a split second, Christopher Reeve goes from being this admired, handsome, strong actor playing Superman to dependent on a breathing machine and other people. It was really sad to see. What would you do? Here's what he said. A hero is someone who, in spite of weakness, doubt, or not always knowing the answers, goes ahead and overcomes anyway. And that's what he did. He had a great life. He tried to help other people. That's what I want to see for you. The soul of a hero is so full and so directed toward God, which is what it wants, that it succeeds no matter what. In this series, I've talked about, coming empty to God. Come as a child is another way to look at it. You with your chest out and thinking you're all strong and everything and don't need anybody. That's not the way this works. You come to God and you say, I am a child at heart, willing to listen, wanting to learn, and will do anything I need to do to transform my life. And then number 2, we talked about the true identity that you have, not faking it, and really living into who you are so that you could become the person that God says you can be, God wants you to be, God's chosen you to be. And then we talked about 2 things that come from dads. The father wound and the father whined. Some people don't have a dad that's there. And you end up with this wound and you try to compensate for it and work hard, or you give up because you never had dad's approval. So that's the wound. The wind is, boy, dad winds you up to go out there and live his dream. Do the stuff he sees for you, not God, but he sees for you. Follow in his footsteps. Do whatever it takes to make dad happy. I'll tell you, what a great, great day when somebody that has a father whined decides to use their mind and become the person God has chosen them to be. And then we've talked about a hero doesn't do it alone. We need a band of brothers to help us in the battle. We talked about our purpose and our mission, knowing what our mission is, knowing that we were created for a purpose and discovering that and living it out because we know our strengths and our weaknesses. We talked about the role of a man in this Me Too generation and how no matter what comes our way, we need to respect wives, daughters, mothers, women that we meet, women at work, women at church. We need to be men of respect. Can't be a hero. Can't be God's man and be disrespectful. And then, of course, we talked about winning that war within, the war of the mind, because that's what feeds the soul. Put all this together and you end up with the soul of a hero. Frederick Buechner said this, "Here is your life. You might never have been, but you are, because the party wouldn't have been complete without you. Here is the world. Beautiful and terrible things will happen. Don't be afraid. I am with you. It's a paraphrase of what God would say to you if He were right here. So we all have this wonderful soul, and we're either going to do those things or we're not going to do those things. And I want to encourage you, it's worth it. Whether you're a man or a woman, it's worth it. If you're with a man that you've allowed to be disrespectful, harmful, and damaging, then there's some things that you can do about that. One final note. When I go through life, I'm looking for three things. I'm looking for the Lord, the lesson, and the laughter. I want to know, what does God want me to see here? That's the lesson. And where is God in all this? Has He made something happen, allowed something to happen? Have I followed directly in His footsteps? And then no matter what, I want to try to find the humor in it all. Some of the greatest tragedies we can get through because we find the humor in it. If I do that, I don't get bogged down, and I start to work on the stuff that I need to be working on as God helps me to do that. And then I do this thing that very few people ever get to do. I soar. I have euphoria. I have peace. I feel light, and I feel connected to the people that care about me. All right, that's it. The soul of a hero, matters of the soul. I hope and pray something I've said has inspired you to build up your soul by transforming the way you think, doing good things with that mind of yours that feeds the soul. If you need any help, please call us 1-800-NEW-LIFE.